Hey friends, welcome back to a new episode of the Life of a Makeup Artist podcast. Now, the last time we talked about products, I talked about my OG products that I've been using for years. Now, of course, we know that there are so many makeup releases throughout the years, but we always go back to our OGs. But today, I actually want to talk about some new products that have actually made it into my personal and professional makeup kit. Now, this was a very hard list to curate because this year has had some phenomenal launches. I have swatched and blended my heart out, but these have a special place in my heart. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, the Rhode Peptide Lip Tints. Now, I had these for a while and I actually added it into my kit before I started using it on myself. Like I had a few in my kit and then some that I just didn't touch. But when I finally actually use these lip tints, I was so impressed. Now, the thing is, we try a lot of lip products, right? But the Rhode lip tints, I find it to be very comfortable on the lips, and also I really like the shades. So if you find that your lips get, kind of dry, or sometimes you might feel like, oh, I put this, matte lipstick on, I put a lip gloss on, and it feels very uncomfortable. This is the perfect option if you want something that's very comfortable with a little bit of color, and you can always just pop on a lip liner with it. So the reason I really love the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint is not just because it's comfortable and I love the shades. It has vitamin E, vitamin D, and A. And if you don't know, one of our faves, our dear Beauty Stat founder, Ron Robinson, is actually the chief chemist for Rhode. So we already know who is behind the products that we love. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but let me know if you love these Rhode lip tints as much as I do. Okay? I really do hope that they come up with some new shades in 2025. Now, I feel like this one is sort of like a cheat. I'm kind of cheating with this one, but MAC Cosmetics lip liners have been an OG for a really long time, right? And I feel like we don't that's not an argument. It's not an argument. MAC has literally been the best lip liner for years. Now, of course, the girls have been asking and they definitely have delivered. MAC actually came out with a ton of new shades in their lip liners. There is now a black shade called Caviar, and I feel like thank you because we don't always want to use eyeliner. There is sort of like there's grayish, sort of like a very cool tone color. So I am so happy that MAC decided to come out with new shades. I do feel like there's some others that I would love, but there's like a grape one. I'll put all the names on some of the shades here, but they did release new lip liners, and I feel like okay, MAC, we know chestnut, but the girls needed like a little bit more. Next, let's get back into the lip category. Now, I am not very picky when it comes to lip products. When it comes to lip balms, yes, but lip products, I'm like, okay, that's cute. But when something is really good, I'm like, okay, I need this in my kit and also in my personal makeup bag. Now, Lancome released the Lip Idol. Let me just get this right. The Lip Idol Squalene Butter Glow Hydrating Lip Balm. Now, Lisa's Coral Glow is one of my favorite shades. I have been using this non-stop. I don't know how many videos I've been wearing it. I've definitely worn it on the podcast, but these are very comfortable on the lips. I actually really love that it doesn't have any sulfates, any parabens, and it's long wearing. If you find that your lips are extremely dry and you don't really do lipstick, again, just same thing like when I mentioned the Rhode, these Lip Idol balms is I think something that's kind of been missing because when I think about like the lips that I usually wear, I'll just pop on a gloss, and sometimes a gloss is not going to give me the longevity or coverage that these balms give because these give a little bit more coverage than an actual like regular gloss. So clap to Lancome, and a special shout out to their lip liners as well. I've been pulling for those as much as I have, the MAC ones, but yes, these Lipido lip balms, if you have not tried it, definitely check it out. I don't think this episode will be complete if I did not talk about the Danessa Myricks. Now, Danessa has always, impressed us as consumers and as makeup artists. She's incredible. And if you have not listened to her episode, please go check it out. But Danessa released Lightwork. It's a Freedom palette. It's the magnetic customizable ones. Now, I love those just because sometimes, especially as a makeup artist, if I'm doing certain jobs, I don't always want to carry every single palette that I own. So the fact that they're stackable, I can kind of move things around, it makes life so much easier. And not just the portability of it, but the color payoff, how smooth they are, how they apply. Danessa has been releasing amazing products since she launched her brand. I think my favorite in my kit, like for a while now, has been Yummy Skin, the foundation. I've used it quite a lot, but we could not talk about eyeshadows without talking about Makeup by Mario Cool Matte palette. Now, this palette has actually changed the way that I don't know, the way that I think about eyeshadow on myself, because I would usually take a bit of bronzer, pop that into the crease of my eye, and just be done. Okay, that's on days when I'm not really doing much eyeshadow. However, I have been using this palette so much, and especially on deeper skin tones. Now, that's why I really love this palette, because there's sometimes I have a cool, like I made my own cool palette and my own like warm palette for my kit, right? And this palette has been so versatile where I have been able to use it on so many different skin tones. The color payoff is gorgeous, but this palette has definitely made it into my kit and into my personal stash. I definitely had to have more than one. But if I had to, you know, take away all my eyeshadows in my kit and start over, the Makeup by Mario Cool palette will definitely be one that I will add in, just because it's such a nice palette to create like neutral looks, smoky looks, but then also if you want to do like a smoky liner, this palette is chef's kiss, okay? Now, I know that there's been so many eyeshadow palette releases, but I think this one has been my favorite. But let me know which one was yours. So those are my top 5 faves of 2024. Now, this is I feel like I'm saying this is my top 5, but if I open my kit, I'm probably going to add like another 5. But you guys let me know what has been your favorite products of 2024. Obviously, I feel like I would need to make a whole separate video for skincare, but I'm really excited for what's to come. And don't forget, you can see all of our visual episodes on YouTube at The Life of a Makeup Artist or at Jaleesa Jaikaran. And don't forget, we are also on TikTok and Instagram at The Life of a Makeup Artist. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.